Hi everyone, welcome back to Travel Diaries by Neo. In this episode 3 of our series, we have Smriti with us, who recently visited Malaysia. She's here to tell us insider tips, some budget details. So let's dive in. So why did you choose Langkawi and Penang for your family vacation?
So I think we just wanted to do a family holiday. We were traveling with kids and senior citizens and wanted a place that was a good mix of nature, some water activities, and also just kind of chilling in the hotel.
And how was your flight experience?
It was actually very, very seamless. I booked my tickets through the Neo app. So it's super convenient. I got my convenience fee waived off because I'd upgraded to Neo Premium. The flight experience as such wasn't great because it was through Indigo, so very basic, but it got us to our destination in one piece.
Alright, so what made your accommodation stand out for a family trip?
So we chose very different kind of properties across Langkawi and Penang. In Penang, it was more a very historical heritage place. So it had a lot of art and history and a lot of culture associated with it. The place in Langkawi was like a typical beach resort. So very easy access to the beach, to water activities, a lot of poolside activities, and a great place to be with kids.
Yeah, right. So was the trip more relaxing or exploring?
So it was a good mix of both. We had enough time to just chill out in the pool or hang out in the ocean. We also did a lot of water activities. In Penang, I think we were out a lot more because there's a lot to see on foot and a lot of really great restaurants near our hotel.
Alright, that's great. And what are the must-visit places in Langkawi or Penang?
So Langkawi actually is, it's by the sea. So if you go there, you should definitely try and do one of the island cruises. It's really beautiful. And they take you around in a boat, you get to swim in the ocean, you can jet ski, you can do paddle boarding. So it's a great experience and quite unlike anything else that you would experience in India. Penang is like a small city, but it has a lot of street art. So it's great to actually walk around the old town and see the graffiti on the walls and the interesting art installations that they have. There's also a very vibrant street food culture there. So if you enjoy different kinds of cuisine, it's definitely worth trying.
Alright. So what was the most memorable experience for you?
I think it was definitely the island cruise that we did, and we had jet skis come right alongside the boat, and I and my daughter got to actually go on the jet ski. That was really fun. It's very thrilling, a real rush of adrenaline because you almost feel like you're going to fall off.
Yeah.
But it was super fun, and I'm really glad I did it.
That's amazing. And how did you get around in Langkawi or Penang?
So they have Grab. It's fairly easy to use. You can actually integrate it with your Neo card itself. So we were either using Grab in most places. Just for, I think, from the airport to the hotels, we were booking a private taxi because we needed a larger car.
Oh, alright. And how was the food scene in Langkawi or Penang?
So the food scene in Penang is incredible. It's a mix of like Indian, Chinese and Malay culture. So very, very unique cuisine, quite unlike anything I've ever eaten before. Like Chinese food in India is no match to like what Chinese food there is. It's really authentic and really, really delicious. Langkawi, I think, was a little more, I would say, catered towards a Western audience simply because we were staying at the Western resort, which primarily has a lot of tourists from the US and a lot of Arab tourists. So not a lot of very authentic Malaysian dishes. But what was really surprising is that we had the most authentic Turkish cuisine in Langkawi of all places. So that was a really pleasant discovery.
Alright. Did you find any good vegetarian options?
So I'm not vegetarian, and so I wasn't really looking out for that. It is though quite hard for a vegetarian in Malaysia because they do eat a lot of beef, chicken and seafood. So my mother-in-law who was traveling with us was vegetarian. So there's a lot of interesting fruits and breads available. But if you are vegetarian, it's a good idea to maybe carry some theplas or ready-to-eat instant Indian meals because that can really be a lifesaver if the hotel isn't able to offer you a vegetarian option.
Alright. What was the overall trip budget like?
So I think for the four of us, we must have spent about 2.5 lakhs, but we were also doing it in a slightly more luxurious way because we wanted to choose nicer hotels and we kind of paid the premium for that. It is possible, there are a lot of budget-friendly options as well, there are hostels as well, Airbnbs. So actually Malaysia is a country that you can do across any kind of budget.
Right. What was your most memorable moment from the trip?
So again, it was the island boat cruise, and there was a really funny scene which happened when we were kind of going back to the port. We had another boat coming alongside us, and it was full of Koreans. And our boat DJ started pumping out all these like Korean pop song hits. So there was like Apata by Rosé, and he was playing Gangnam Style, and all the Koreans were going berserk dancing on the boat. So it was a lot of entertainment for us. We were watching them, and they were kind of like egging us on to also participate in the dancing with them.
That's great. Would you recommend Langkawi or Penang as a top destination for Indian families?
Oh, definitely. I think at least, you know, the way Goa is going with it becoming so expensive, so crowded during peak season, the fact that the beaches and the water are so dirty, Langkawi is a great option for anyone looking for a great beach holiday, right? The ocean is absolutely blue. They have amazing and very affordable water activities. And like I mentioned, there is accommodation for any kind of price point, right? Penang is really unique in itself. Like, it's a beautiful small city to explore on foot, to see the street art and to try different kinds of cuisine. So most definitely.
That's great to hear. So this next round we have rapid fire, and so I'll start with the first question.
Sure.
Langkawi or Penang, which one had the better vibe?
Penang.
Most Instagrammable spot you visited?
I would say it was the middle of the ocean.
One unexpected travel mishap or funny moment?
Funny moment was actually, like I mentioned to you before, when the Koreans were all dancing on the boat, and the boat was actually moving at full speed. So they were like tumbling about, but it was quite entertaining.
Best dish you ate during the trip?
It's this, it's like these charcoal smoked noodles with a lot of seafood and mussels and crab meat thrown in. It's called char kway teow.
Okay. One thing you wish you had packed but forgot?
Nothing. I'm a very organized traveler.
That's great. Cash or card, which one did you end up using more?
So it depended actually. Sometimes we were using our cards, and in a lot of the local marketplaces or some of the smaller street food stalls, we were paying with cash.
One hidden gem in Langkawi or Penang that most travelers miss?
So I think in Penang there is this really tiny little food stall. It's in the middle of the street market, and there's like a half an hour long queue to actually get to that guy. But his noodles are amazing, and it's definitely worth the wait. So if you go there, you probably won't spot it amidst the crowd, but just look for the line and you'll know where it is.
Okay. Most fun family-friendly activity you did?
I would say it was the jet ski and just, you know, swimming in the ocean, doing paddle boarding. That was really fun.
Okay. How easy or difficult was it to find kid-friendly food options?
My kids aren't very fussy, so it was pretty easy. And actually there's like, I mean, at least in Langkawi, there are a whole range of options available. The hotels are quite accommodating and can, you know, do like burgers or pizzas or non-spicy dishes if your kids want that. There are a lot of Indian food options as well. It may not be the most authentic Indian food in the hotel, but it's there.
Okay. Would you visit Langkawi and Penang again? If yes, what's the first thing you'd do?
Oh, for sure. I'd love to just go back and sit by the beach again.
Okay. Now this next segment is called Show and Tell.
Okay.
You'll be showing us few pictures from your trip and a funny incident or a nice incident behind them.
So this, I don't know if you guys can see it, but they had this like a little Baywatch pop-up cutout. So we got my daughter and my dad-in-law to pose. It was just like a funny moment there.
That's cute. That's a wrap to our episode. Thank you for joining us today.
Thanks, it was a real pleasure talking, and I hope you can pick me again for another trip that I do.
For sure. For more such episodes, stay tuned, and we'll see you soon in Travel Diaries by me.